Hi guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. Beautiful day here in Ireland. Sun is shining, you know, splitting the rocks as we'd say. Well, I've become accustomed to the Irish language a long time now, and I am English. Um, Born in Birmingham, United Kingdom, and in 1963 I was born in the UK in Birmingham, and I was also baptized in the Church of the English Martyrs. And I don't know if any of you would know that in Birmingham, but that's where I come from. Being raised in Ireland because when my mum and dad were married, um, uh, when I was a baby, my dad got killed in the UK in a car crash. So while my mother was pregnant with me, and I actually never seen my father. So my grandfather raised me until I was about 7, and then I moved back with my mum and so on. That was a little bit of me. I just letting you know a little bit about Mags. And yeah, I'll be 62 next month, and pushing on now. So I move this down a bit. Get yourselves a cup of water, whatever you'd like to have. I have always my water on standby. I have to drink plenty of water because I suffer with kidney issues, arthritis, side problems, ear problems, you name it. Mags has it. But do I give up? No. I shall keep fighting on. So how are you all? Are you all good? Tell me in the comments where you're from. I'd love to know where you're from, what country you're from. I'd love to know that. To know who I'm connecting with, like what country. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I love the chat. I love, talking to people, being sociable. Now the Irish are known not to be that sociable, really. All depending the way they are here is they have to get to know you and get to know everything about you. It's just their culture, you know. When I celebrate the new year, I don't have all these fancy channels like Disney and broadband. All my internet is mobile data, but I have plenty of it. But it's a case of I bring in the new year on Sky. You know, um, I've been doing that for many of the year now. You know, so that's the part England has been calling me. I've always felt that I never, how can you describe it? You never fit it in, or you're half and half. Even though my parents were Irish, my dad moved to England. I know I'm blabbering on. My dad moved to England, and then my mother went over, and then I became, you know, and my other siblings, but some were born in Ireland, my siblings, but they're all gone now, and I'm the last one. So hard enough life, but you have to soldier on. You have to keep going. You have to see the positive in everything and every day, and socialize with people. Something I love to do. I love talking to people, and you get your good days, you get your bad days. And guys, how many of us get those good and bad days? There's no point in keeping it all bottled up. You can't be happy 7 days a week. It's not possible. You know, we all get good and bad days, aches and pains all over. And that's a part of, that's a side that YouTube doesn't really see, is, our real lives as we go through. And you see maybe 20 minutes of us on YouTube, and you think that's it, that, you know us fully, but that's not the case. That's not our real lives, you know. So me trying to run this place on, by myself and do everything, it's not possible. You're not Superwoman. It's not going to happen. You wear yourself into the ground. Enough blabbering. Get on with. I have a team of Hall, and you'll see what I see when I open it. Okay, just pause for a minute. So let's see what we have. I have my trusty little scissors handy. Price wise, I don't really go for the expensive stuff. I try and keep it down. These are cigarette papers. You all know by now I'm a smoker, but I'm not, I don't buy packs of cigarettes. I buy the roll your own. So the papers, cigarette papers that I like, the long ones, they can be quite expensive, and hard to come by. So on Temu, I saw these. Now, it says 100% organic rolling paper. So there's a little tab here. Is it? You can press. Me 1 second. Okay, I managed to rip them open. Just here. That symbol is like Batman. Wouldn't that remind you? Yeah, it's a bat. Anyway, there's loads of them in here. And they're slim size, low burning rolling papers. So there's lots of papers in that. Now, I wouldn't have paid, I'd say about €3, I'd say I paid for them. So that was good value, I think. We'll see how we get on with them, though. That's the thing. You know. This is for cleaning your face. It's you'd think by looking at that it was plasticky, but it's not. It's actually, look, it's hair, like a brush, a scrub. And this side is a silicone side. So that'll be good, scrubbing the face, get off the dead skin cells, try and look after the skin a bit. I have a Boots order coming as well. And gradual tan and that kind of thing I wanted to try out, and some face tan. Why not? If you're not good to yourself, nobody else will be. We're only here for the time being, says you. This is a chain I bought. It has little, it's not, it's the locket I was attracted to. Look, it's the locket, the little design, the raised design on it. Stop moving. I'm not gone on the train, and I'm allergic to that kind of a chain anyway. But the back is plain, and if you want to get one of these, just search on Temu for lockets. Now you can put a little picture inside. How adorable is that? Now I know, the colour fades on these things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a couple of layers of clear nail varnish over the yellowy golds, and to stop it from going off colour too quickly. But yeah, to put that on one of my good chains, my gold chains, that'll look nice, and put a little picture inside. Next up then, I got these earrings. I don't know how I feel about them. They're supposed to be sterling silver, and it's a little clasp, that you shot. Oh look, they're weak. That's all I can say. They're a bit flimsy. There was two pairs of them. Do you know? There was two pairs. I must move that camera. Now, sorry about that, guys. I was trying to show you the earrings. Anyway, they are a bit flimsy and they will bend easily, so I wouldn't really recommend them. That's my opinion. They didn't cost much. They cost pence. So, leave those over there. This is another pair I got. Now, I bought these before in different types. I am allergic to nickel, but these said sterling silver, and I said okay. They weren't expensive, a couple of euro, but they are quite small, you know. They are quite dainty. Now they are lovely. Um, I have another pair of them, but the little clasp opening on them like that, and it does say, they are stamped, you know. Can you see them at all? Focus. Yeah, they are stamped 925. So we'll see how we get on with those, and I'll let you know in the future. Don't know. Thought these were different. A couple of rings. They looked. No, they're actually quite alright. They're just plain bands. I got them in a size 10 because I have fat fingers. And I always like wedding bands. Don't ask me why, but I do. They're a size 10. But the thing about these is, guys, right? These won't ever go off colour. That's a real silver that I have there, my own. But these won't go off colour. It's a titanium they're made with. Some of them would be stamped with titanium on the inside. Very pleased with that. And I got two in a packet. So, they were cheap as chips. That's the other one. That's thicker again. Now, as I said, they're lovely. You know, they will not go off colour. You know, they are kind of a nice feeling on the inside, you know. And to have them stay the gold colour, that's a bonus, you know, because we don't want things going green or what have you, you know, on our fingers. Well, you know, that's, if it's cheap, that's what you're going to get, you know. So, can't remember what this is. Add a bit more pop feel. One sec, I open it. What this is, guys, is it's called Pop Feel, and it's a concealer stick. That's you know, the packaging, and that's what we have. Yeah, I went for, I don't know what possessed me. I went for a darker colour. Suppose that you just try them all out because Chinese makeup, you know, it's not. I wouldn't say it's not the best. Some of their items are, but you know that concealer is quite light, even though it it looks dark. Do you know? No, it's a little. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, no, but it wasn't expensive. You know, if you want to have a look on there, maybe go for something a bit to have a bit more pigment in it. You know, I sound very negative, don't I? But listen, we have to tell the truth. You know, you check things and you say it the way it is. There's no point in saying something is good if it's not good. One sec, I'll find me scissors now again. Rub in that concealer and just see. Yeah, I need it for the age spots as well, you know. But it's just there now. It has, yeah, it will do the job. Okay, so no negativity on that one. What have we here? The packaging, the packaging. It's a nightmare. But I just slice through it and get into it. These are matte Langmani matte velvet lipstick. Lipstick. Okay. Trying to get it open. I'll stop. Why do they seal these packages like this? I'm just trying out the different, lipsticks and what have you. You know, what colours. I mean, that's what keeps us going, right? You know, trying different things and trying to look better. Not that we get to go too many places, but when I do, I do go away regular for a few days. Now, this is what you have in the box. And this is what you have in real life. Now, they're all the shades. And these are matte lip glosses, because I find a matte lipstick, because I find, yeah, it's called lip gloss, matte lip gloss. So it'd be like a stain on your lips. Can't try all these in my skin, I'll be here all day. Lovely shade. Oh, they're more of your nudie kind of shades, But they weren't expensive now, so I would say to you, do go and look for them. In the lipstick, just type in lip glosses or lipstick. That's a nice shade as well. It's a nice shade. And it's a lot of, they're lovely shades. You can't go wrong. But that amount, 2, 4, 6 shades, you can't go wrong. And they wouldn't have been expensive. I do find the lipsticks can be good, Now, don't know what's in this. Oh, I got 3 pairs of sunglasses. Now, decided that the sun was very bright, and yourself, guys, you get headaches from the sun, but I wanted something not too dark, because I'll end up tripping over if they're too dark. So three pairs of those. They would have been around €4 for the 3 set. Now, let's see what they look like. See, do I look gorgeous? So what do we think? Nice. Like them. Happy with them. We'll try number 2. It's the rubbish you have to clean up. All this packaging, there's no need for it. No need for it. These are kind of a tinty brown, like them. Nice. And I think we all are in the summer spirit, because the winters are long enough. So we'll have dark evenings for long enough. So we might as well enjoy the summer. Now, those were, which are darker. It's just different shades. These are kind of a brown. I like the style of them. Do you know? They're comfortable, you know. Cheap as chips as well. You're set for summer then. The 3 pairs of sunglasses. You have to leave them somewhere that you can find them. These are the ones I'm wearing at the moment. I bought these from Temu and I love them. Do you know? I go into town on the bus, I love them. They don't, the sun's glare is out of my eyes. So, is that it? Oh, I bought for the winter 2 dressing gowns and Panda Bear is engraved on the dressing gown. I'll vacuum pack these when I'm putting them away. Um, if you ever had to go to hospital, or if you know, you just if you were going anywhere, or you just needed a change, it's nice to have a change of a dressing gown. I find I do get bored of them, so there's something there that looks like someone wrote with marker. That's strange. Honestly, guys. Yeah. Pet panda, but it looks like somebody just wrote it, you know, drew it with a marker. That's very strange. And obviously, it's all over it. It's on the body as well. But I love the little snuggledy panda. They're so soft, gorgeous, and cozy. And what I love about these now are the pandas for one, but the snuggledy feeling of them, you know. Then you get your belt, and you've got Panda Bear written on that. Now, what I do you know what a dressing gown? You get I'm a size 20, but on Temo, sizes come up small. Yeah, Panda Bear is written all over it. I paid about 15 or 16 euros now for that, but dressing gowns now are coming up to around 30 euro. It's lovely and soft, but I get them in a bigger size because, sorry, I have to move. The legs are paining me. I'll vacuum pack them anyway, but I get the bigger size. Have you ever been outside the door, sitting on a seat in your dressing gown, in your own size, and you see you're always trying to pull it across your knees? So I went for the biggest size that they had, so I won't have to be doing that. That's why I went for a 5XL. I'm not a 5XL, but I find they wrap right around me when you tie the belt, and they stay where you put them. So I got another one. It's a kind of a Christmassy tartan one, and you know that's nice. I won't take that out now, guys. But look, it's the same thing, same type of dressing gown. Has a belt on it, and in a 5XL. Does it say on the bag? Yeah, here on the corner of the bag, it will say 5X 5XL. I like the tartan, but that'll be kept up for Christmas, and I'll be wearing that for Christmas. So I was waiting for them to come down in price because, they're selling off winter stuff and what have you. They didn't come down, very much in the dressing gowns. I suppose that they they know that people will buy the winter stuff in the summer months and put it away, you know. But always keep your eye out, for I'm just putting these lipsticks back in their package, their box. Have a look for those. They're a great value. Um, well, €3, €4 for those. Now, I'm sitting in my bed where I find it comfortable to film because today, is hot, it's beautiful and sunny, but the aches and pains are there. So, thanks for watching my video. Thanks to my new subscribers. Thanks to Penny M for mentioning me on her questions and answers video. I do appreciate you, Penny, for doing that. Thanks so much. I don't get paid from YouTube. I'm trying to get there, and we all have to work a bit harder to get there. So it's free to subscribe. Just if you want to watch my videos, just hit the alarm bell, like, share, subscribe, and let me know where you're from in the comments. I am living in Ireland, but I'm very sociable. I love to be sociable and talk to people. So I'm going to love you and leave you until my next video, which will be soon. Bye for now, my darlings.